to the Not Carrie Bradshaw YouTube channel. In this video, I'm recapping season 2, episode 7 of And Just Like That. I am still struggling to get through this series or this season of this series, but I'm here. Bear with me. We're all doing our best. Let's just dive right into the mess, but with no real consequences. I don't know. So Aiden replied to Carrie's email. This whole season, we've just been waiting for Aiden to come back. Aiden asked Carrie out on Valentine's Day. I have been in this situation where somebody proposed a date, and I was like, sweetie, do you know that this is Valentine's Day? I got stood up. That's a conversation for another video. Slide in the comments. Let me know if you want me to talk about it. Okay, so Carrie gets to the restaurant. She's sitting there by herself, looking very sad and pitiful. Her phone dies. The server lets her charge. The servers at this restaurant are so aggressively uninterested in being tipped well that it's not even funny. So here's the thing about New York. Addresses are freaking weird. I'm a person with a shit sense of direction. It took me a minute to figure out that sometimes if a building is really large, it will say that the front-facing part of that building is on one street, but it's almost like a street can extend around a corner. So something may say like 7 Lexington Avenue. It might actually be on the cross street though. It's weird. So I could fully see this happening. My heart was aflutter at seeing Aiden and Carrie see each other for the first time. Like once they actually figured out this misunderstanding, they were both sitting in the wrong restaurant. I love them seeing each other again. I still believe that Aiden was too good for Carrie. And I say that half-heartedly. Carrie just wasn't in a place to be with someone like Aiden. So sure, whatever. They're conversing. They're both divorced. They're both single. They decide to go back to Carrie's place. Aiden cannot bring himself to step into her apartment because that woman broke his heart twice. He doesn't know that he wants to walk back into the scene of the crime, which I kind of understand. So it's like, you know what? Let's just not do this. Maybe this just isn't right or like meant to be. And the whole time I'm sitting there thinking, both of y'all got money. Y'all got money. Y'all don't just go to a hotel and move on with y'all life. Like, what are you talking about? And Aiden, the writers, was thinking what I was thinking. Let's just go to a hotel. Boom. Okay. To say we're back on the same page, that's generous. Y'all were never on the same page. Y'all's timing was always off. You were never quite comfortable with Aiden. Aiden was very ready for you. You were very much not ready for or interested in him. You didn't want to make him fit into your life. You didn't want to fit into his. You were a very weird bitch. Back on the same page, maybe just on the same page finally. So Miranda is ignoring Shay's calls. I absolutely love it. Miranda is still questioning. Am I gay? Am I questioning? Am I straight? Was it just Shay? What does it mean that Shay identifies as non-binary and I was attracted to them? What does that make me? She's still figuring that out, and that's okay. Sexuality is fluid for some people. Gender identity is fluid for some people. I kind of think for all people, because none of us present 100% the way the world tells us that we're supposed to present. But again, that's a conversation for another video. Slide in the comments if you want me to discuss that. So Miranda sees this woman at a Jane Austen book reading, and it's just like, girl, this is so... I don't know what you call that. I'm a fan of Jane Austen movies. I've never tried to read a book. I think I started Pride and Prejudice, but was like, bitch, let's just go watch the movie. So she feels deeply attracted to this woman who presents herself as just like very confident, blah, 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 blah. I have not seen a smolder and a flirt like this since Bridgerton. I thought it was very cute. Is this how lesbians be flirting? Because, oh my gosh, this was like really intense. So Miranda's like, great, I'm back out there. And I was happy to see Miranda excited about a date because I don't recall Miranda allowing herself to be excited about dates in the OG show. I feel like she was always avoidant and always kind of kept people at arm's distance to prevent disappointment. How'd that work out for you? So she gets to the day of the date. Miranda looks absolutely amazing. I love redheads in jewel tones. This purple amethyst, is it amethyst? Whatever. Stunning. Love this look. This woman changes the location date at the last minute. I don't like when people do that. If I have taken a week, days, hours, whatever, to get in my mind what my look is going to be, what the vibe is going to be, don't change that last minute unless it's going to be something stellar, like you bought out Bergdorf's and you about to let me go shopping in that bitch for an hour. Don't do that to me. And it's also this thing of like, if this were a man, you would not be willing to just go do dinner at that man's house. But I guess there's a different level of safety when you're a woman dating another woman. So Miranda gets to this apartment. This apartment does not match this woman. I know it smelled crazy in there. There is a litter box in the foyer. There are no sheets on the bed. There is no dinner to be prepared. This woman has to order takeout. Don't have me show up here in my nicest Karen Millen dress and you not even like prepared for all it is. I hate this. And she has like a feral cat in the bathroom. So what am I supposed to do if I have to use the bathroom? I gotta play Jumanji? What is that? I hate this. I absolutely hate this. And Miranda calls Carrie, and it's that thing. Or did Carrie call Miranda because she thought she got stood up? Either way, it's that thing of people don't realize you can leave. You can leave. If a date is not going well, you can leave. I was on one of the worst dates of my life with a celebrity a few years ago, and after the date, it went so badly that I walked in my apartment and cried. And when I talked about it with my therapist, I just kept, not even in a victim blaming way, but just to identify a pattern. Why didn't you leave? You knew that this wasn't going the way you wanted it to go. Never mind how he felt. You weren't comfortable. Why didn't you just leave? So I love that Miranda left. Is that ghosting? Sure. Shoot her a text later and say like, hey girl, this ain't what I thought it was going to be, whatever. But get the fuck out of there because that's weird. So Shay feels ghosted. Girl, I don't care. We're done. I don't owe you shit. Especially the way Shay treated Miranda, like fuck off. So Shay has the opportunity to go back to work at the vet that they used to work at. So like, okay, sure, whatever. Something that I have never ever liked about Charlotte is boy crazy. I have never liked, especially like as I've gotten older, not never, but as I've gotten older, I do not like when people try to pressure people to get back out there, quote unquote. Sometimes people just need to be single. I think most people can benefit from having a single part of their life, really enjoying being single, getting to know themselves, getting to know how they navigate the world, all of the things, right? I have, maybe since like my early 30s, late 20s, I just do not like that. And I think that Charlotte can really be a steamroller of a friend in trying to encourage people to get back out there. It's like, fuck off, let a bitch be single and support that singlehood. So folks are excited about Brock's campaign, right? And all these modeling agencies want to work with Brock. Charlotte is going full on Karen. She's being disrespectful at this like downtown modeling agency, and she has taken the fun out of modeling for Brock. So Brock doesn't even want to do it no more. Lily's boyfriend broke up with her. So Lily is hosting a, forget the boys type Valentine's Day party at their very nice home. And she's telling Harry and Charlotte to make themselves scarce. Again, baby, you don't set them kinds of rules at my house where I pay the bills. I'm going to go where I want to go in my house. These kids just got too much freedom for me, and maybe it's something I need to sit with. And again, this is why I don't have kids, because it's just like, somebody don't feel right with me. Of course, one of Lily's friends brings weed brownies. Of course, Charlotte eats a weed brownie. So now Charlotte is at Valentine's Day dinner with Harry thinking that she's having a heart attack, but she's just zooted. These kids need their asses beat. Not for real. I don't believe in hitting kids. But for these fictional kids, they need their asses beat. But this being high gives Charlotte a moment of clarity where she realizes that she is living her life for other people, which is maybe why she's so overzealous with Brock, maybe why she's so overzealous with Lily. Is this why white women Karen? Because they don't have enough going on in their lives? Something for y'all to think about. Dr. Naya's friends are trying to spend Valentine's Day with her, and she's committed to having an evening with a homemade chocolate souffle. Leave Dr. Naya out of everything. Y'all don't want her there, because what the fuck is this? I don't like this storyline. Anthony is having issues with his hot guy bread delivery. I don't understand how he's running this business. There are HR violations out the wazoo. All the dudes are taking human growth hormones, and Drew Barrymore really liked this PR basket of bread that Anthony sent to her, so she wants to have Anthony on the show. He needs a more approachable hot guy. Charlotte finds a hot guy. He puts on the hot guy uniform, and he is packing a punch. We went to see A Man About a Dog, and the man had a horse instead, and that's awesome. So that's a thing that happened. I love the Ross Matthews cameo. I have not seen Ross Matthews in forever because I don't have cable anymore because it costs too damn much, but streaming services do too. Another conversation for another day. Hey, Ross Matthews. LTW. These kids are too comfortable being sexual in public, okay? Bring back a little bit of shame. I have very specific feelings about shame when it comes to sexuality for all people, but these kids too comfortable for me. Again, maybe these are things I need to sit with, but I hate this. I don't like this little white girl filling up this black boy in public when his mama can see. Everything about that don't sit right with me. I don't like nothing about it. It might be my work to do, but what the is going on here? I hate it. So his little girlfriend Baxter, why her name Baxter? Anyway, got them a hotel room for Valentine's Day. First of all, if you're going to do some shit like that, you need to call me as the parent and say, hey, is it okay for me to do this? You don't make any kinds of decisions for my kid. That's not appropriate. So Herbert says, we'll let them have the house for Valentine's Day. I still think that this is a bit much. Like, what is happening? I don't know how you're supposed to handle having teenage kids who are sexually active. That's not in my wheelhouse, but it's also just like, what the fuck? So they come home, not to find Baxter and the son in his bed, in their bed, but playing around in Lisa Todd Wexley's closet. I would have call your mama over here so I can beat her ass for not raising you better. Because I'm not going to hit you. I'm going to hit your mama. Why don't you have boundaries? This is where white people go wrong with their kids. Teach your kids boundaries. Teach your kids respect. Okay? I hated this. In my closet, with my things, where I live, take my son. Don't take my couture, bitch. Anyway, Seema, once again, just throwing a storyline in there. She looked great in that all white. I myself believe that single people should be treated with more respect, right? But there's nothing wrong with having a couples massage with your homegirl. I absolutely indulged in some things one night. And me and my friend went and had a couples massage because it was cheaper. It ain't like they touching y'all. It ain't like you and your friend got to touch. You're just in a room getting a massage with another person. If anything, it felt safer. What is the big deal? Seema went a little bit Karen. And I just insist that we need to just let these white people in peace. Let these white people be friends with each other in peace. I'm still really annoyed with the forced diversity. It's not giving, what is that show that had everybody in emotional crisis every week? All of us? Whatever it was, I can't remember. But was it just us? Whatever, I can't remember. But like, that was an organically diverse show. This is still not giving organic diversity, and I'm exhausted, but I will be back for episode 8. Talk to you guys soon. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share it, send me some money by joining the Patreon or on Cash App, because capitalism, and see you guys soon. Bye.